What's up guys, it's Bear. Welcome to my day 2 pick'em predictions for DreamHack 2015 Cluj-Napoca. Alright, let's make a quick recap of day 1. Everything pretty much went as expected. We only had Gamers2 who took it over Mousesports. Mousesports, they really underperformed, especially Naikee, who couldn't live up to his previous performances. And yeah, Gamers2 are playing really good, but everything else we won. Fnatic, they took it over Vexed. Luminosity Gaming also very strong versus Cloud9. So yeah, let's take a look at day 2. Actually, we only have to look at these head-to-head matches. The winner from these picks is actually not advancing, because the winner from, for example, Cloud9 versus Vexed, they are both the loser teams. So let's say, for example, Cloud9 wins, then they have to play against the loser from Fnatic versus Luminosity Gaming, and the winner from this match will advance. And of course also the guys from the winner matchup, for example Fnatic versus Luminosity Gaming, the winner from this matchup will advance as well. But we'll only have to look at these head-to-head matches, so let's take a look at Cloud9 versus Vexed. Cloud9, they played versus Luminosity Gaming. They weren't too bad. I mean, Luminosity Gaming, they just straight up destroyed Cloud9. I mean, Cold Sarah single-handedly destroyed Cloud9. And Vexed also, they had a good showing versus Fnatic, but I think Cloud9 in the end will take it. So after that we have Mousesports versus Flipside, which is going to be another losers match. Yeah, as I said, Mousesports, they were quite bad, and I don't think they're in form, and on LAN they're probably not as good as online. So I'm also going with Flipside, because they also had a good showing versus TSM. After that we have Ninjas and Pyjamas versus Team Liquid. Team Liquid, they were really strong versus Virtus.pro. They actually forced them in an overtime. Virtus.pro took it in the end. It was a very close, very nice match. And then we also had Ninjas Pyjamas vs Titan, which was also quite nice to look at, but Titan actually also kind of destroyed NiP. I mean, NiP kind of had a comeback, but really they had no chance to win it. As I thought, I'm glad I didn't go with NiP, because as some of you maybe know, I'm a NiP fan, but yeah, I kind of predicted that. And here it's going to be very tough. Team Liquid, they were really good, but NiP, come on, can you imagine a major without NiP in the finals? It's really hard. I mean, it could go either way, but the more realistic pick would probably be Team Liquid. So I'm going with them. Then we have CLG versus Team Dignitas. CLG really didn't have a chance versus Na'Vi, and Dignitas didn't really have a chance versus Envias. So in the end I think it's going to be a pretty close match between two lower tier teams. But since AZ is just amazing, and I think Dignitas is overall still a better team, even though they're pretty close, I'm going with Dignitas, but really could be either way. After that we have Fnatic versus Luminosity Gaming, and it's another pretty hard to predict match, because Fnatic, of course, they are the previous champion, they are very strong, but Luminosity Gaming, the way they played was Cloud9, especially Cold Sarah. Since Fnatic, if they lose, they aren't out yet. I'm really tempted to go with Luminosity, but I think the more experience that Fnatic has probably gonna give them the win. Alright, then we have TSM versus G2, and this is probably going to be pretty easy. TSM, they are a huge favorite for this major. And we have Virtus.pro versus Titan, and I mean, all of these are pretty hard to predict. We really have to put a little bit of thought into it, and my pick is going to be Titan actually, because I really think they're a really good team with Shox and Scream. Really like their team, how their team is built up. But the last one, in my opinion, is going to be a little bit more easy. This time around it's going to be Envy, even though I think Na'Vi will probably in the end take it over Dignitas or CLG. So these are my day 2 predictions for the team pick'em. Let's take a look at the fantasy team pick'em. And this one I wasn't as successful. As you can see, your global ranking, we're on the top 36%. I still kind of predicted that I wouldn't go as far in the fantasy team pick'em. But yeah, we still have 4 days to go actually, here you can see. So yeah, there's still a lot of room to catch up. And it's really sad that you cannot see the current points of each player just yet. Of course, I want to crank out this video as fast as possible for you guys. You can probably see the individual points tomorrow, but I already know where my mistakes were. So Flusher was a really good pick. I think he probably gave me the most points. He was the top fragger for Fnatic. This is actually something I have to consider for day 2, because you always have to pick players who are the best in their team, because sure, you're getting some bonus points for example, each kill as the last surviving member for the Clutch King, or the pistol frags for the Eco Warrior, but the major of the points is still coming from the kills, overall kills, and you really have to pick a good KDA player in each slot. So for example, Kenny S was a really bad pick for me. I think he underperformed even though his team was really good, but Kenny S was only, I think he was 3rd or 4th place in his team, so he was really a bad pick. JW also not as good. Device was 2nd place, which is okay, but NBK is also in his team overall just a medium player. I'm sticking with Flusher for day 2, but I'll have to take out NBK, Device, JW and Kenny S. And now my strategy is going to be to just take 4 players from 4 teams who are the best or one of the best players in their teams. So let's take a quick look again at the team pick'em, because here I'm going to think that the closest match, so the matches with the most rounds, are probably going to be Nip versus Team Liquid, Fnatic versus Luminosity Gaming, and Virtus Pro versus Titan. So I'm going to take players from Virtus Pro, Envious, Titan, and one special pick I'm going to tell you about later. So for Clutch King, I'm actually taking Happy, alright. Then for Eco Warrior, I'm going with Snacks, here we have him. Then as the entry fragger, I'm picking Scream. As the sniper, I'm going with Coldzera, because Coldzera was probably the best AWPer on day 1. He probably will bring me a lot of points versus Fnatic. So these are my picks for day 2. All of them were the top fraggers in their team. Scream only was the 2nd highest behind Shocks, but he was still pretty good. Then Coldzera best for Luminosity Gaming, and also Snacks the Beast. Yeah, he's just a fragging machine. Happy, of course, also the best in his team. So that's really my new strategy: get the best players and then also maybe arrange them a little bit so that they match. I think entry fragger is good for Scream. As I said, Coldzera, he was probably the best sniper day 1. Yeah, Snacks is also a good pistol player in my experience, and we also have Happy as the Clutch King. I think he proved himself quite a few times in clutch situations. Alright, so this is my team for day 2. Gonna submit it right here. So these are my day 2 predictions. Hope you found them useful, and I see you for the day 3 predictions tomorrow. Bye!